Hello, my name is Oscar, and this is going to be my presentation on Poseidon of Melos and the depictions of Greek gods and goddesses. To start off, I'm going to give you just a little bit of background on who Poseidon was according to Greek mythology. Poseidon was believed to be the god of the sea and the rivers. He controlled storms, floods, earthquakes, and all of destruction. He was known to be one of the most destructive gods in Greek history, but it was not always for a negative reason. He was also known as a protector of mariners, a tamer of horses, and the patron of animal breeding. He later on was a key player in the battles between the giants and the titans over the control of the universe. This depiction of Poseidon shows a very heroic and muscular looking god. His stance looks heroic and he is holding up a trident. His features are all very defined and they have a lot of detail. You can see all of the details in this texture of his beard and hair, all the way to the muscles in his arms, as well as the wrinkles and textures of the drapes that he is wearing. The statue itself is made of Parian marble and has a height of 2.35 meters, which is way bigger than what life size would be considered. This statue was found on the island of Melos in 1877. This is the same island where the Venus de Milo was found. When the Poseidon statue was discovered, it was found in several pieces. Over time, some of the pieces have fallen off. Another Greek statue that, like I mentioned earlier, was also found on the island is the Venus de Milo. The statue is over 2 meters long and was also made of Parian marble. This statue is a depiction of a Greek goddess. This statue is also like the Poseidon statue, missing some pieces. This one is missing both of her arms, her left foot, and her earlobes. This statue has a very smooth finish to it with very fine details and a very realistic look to it. For the most part, it seems to have been intended to only be viewed from the front since there is not too much detail in the back of the statue and it does not seem as detailed or as thorough as the front. This statue combines both features from the Hellenistic and the classical era. Now, when it comes to the statues of Greek gods and goddesses, there are definitely a lot of similarities that can be found across the board. For example, with the statue of Poseidon and Venus de Milo, you can see that both statues are portrayed as having a nude torso with only a drape to cover their lower body. And when you look at their pose, they also both appear to have a similar look. It appears that they're looking off into the distance with their heads turned at a similar angle. They also both have a very realistic look to them, with their detailed features on their hair and throughout their whole body. Another thing that you can see from both statues is that they both have, again, very defined features with their facial features. And even the statue of the goddess looks to be in shape. It appears that she might have a six-pack like Poseidon. Another thing is that both statues are very big, standing at over 2 meters tall, which is more than life size. This was probably done to make them appear more heroic or godly. And lastly, they were, again, both made out of the same Parian marble. This could be because they were also found on the same island, so it's possible that the same person created both statues. These are just some of the similarities between both of the statues.